If you watched my recent rapid refresh, thank you. If you didn't, go do it now. If you did, you heard the headline update that the revenue gap is second extension and the January 9th deadline. Well, this Quick 5 is a companion piece. I'm Lorraine, your favorite lawyer. This is Quick 5. This is 5 signals that show why the negotiations are stalling. Instead of recapping the proposal, we're looking at negotiation signals that explain why, even with historic raises, this deal still isn't done. Signal 1, the extension tells you where talks really are. This is now the second extension of the current CBA. In labor negotiations, that usually means the fight isn't over numbers anymore, it's over structure. Both sides know the money can move. What they don't agree on is how growth is shared and who controls it over time. Signal 2, revenue-based means two very different things. This is the core dispute, and if you've been following me, I've been talking about this from the beginning. Players have proposed starting at roughly 29% of total league and team revenue, with that share increasing each year over the life of the CBA. That framework was rejected completely by the league. The league's counter is a system where players receive 50% of a defined portion of revenue, not total revenue, a portion that excludes certain categories and is still being negotiated. That's how both sides can say revenue-based, while players still end up under 15% of total revenue, potentially declining over time. And that math gap is why raises alone just haven't closed this deal. Signal 3, history is shaping player trust. Players are also negotiating with memory, not in a vacuum, not in an isolated chamber. The current CBA already includes an excess revenue sharing mechanism, and it never paid out. So when players hear about audits and future adjustments, they're not being theoretical. They're asking whether this structure actually delivers or just sounds good on paper and in media headlines. Signal 4, rookie rules show where control matters most. Probably a direct reflect of rookies like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Paige Beckers. The league has proposed a mandatory draft combine with a 50% base salary penalty for invited players who don't participate, while also declining to shorten the 4-year rookie contract. Now, that combine would likely take place during the women's college basketball season or postseason, putting incoming players at a disadvantage by forcing a choice between NCAA commitments and protecting professional leverage. In a growing league, how rookies enter the system tells you a lot about who growth is designed to benefit and when. And Signal 5, growth is being paired with greater control. We got to look at the trade-offs. The league has proposed eliminating team-provided housing while also lengthening the season and starting training camps earlier. Taken together, those moves shift both cost and time risk onto the players, even as headline salaries rise. And that's why players keep framing this as more than compensation. It's about control. So if my rapid refresh explains what's changed, this Quick 5 explains why it's still stuck. The raises are real, but the revenue math just ain't mathing. Rookie leverage and season structure alignments, this stalemate honestly makes sense. It's a matter of whether this continues or if we are destined for a lockout. Stay tuned. I will be here regardless of the way this goes. See you very soon.